in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Rain and wind slammed parts of the country today, and thankfully it was not as severe as Joaquin. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. As hurricane victims are still reeling from that monster storm Joaquin, a tropical storm which developed just off the Bahamas yesterday is making its presence felt today. It's the 11th named storm, and it's said to be a strong one. Tropical storm warnings were sent out for a number of the islands, and residents were encouraged to be on guard as the rainmaker was making its trek. Joining us now with more is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil.
Good evening, Christopher. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, the center of K was located near latitude 25.5 degrees north, longitude 76.1 west. It is moving toward the northwest at 14 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds holding at 45 miles per hour. And as you can see on our satellite picture, quite a bit of cloudiness associated with the system, but the bulk of the heavy rainfall hanging over the Atlantic Ocean, and hence not very much heavy showers impacting the islands of the northwest and central Bahamas. The cloud mass continues to lift towards the north and east and should begin clearing out here later tonight and during the early morning hours, and when we will see some clearing in our sky cover. The forecast track will shift later on tonight towards the north and then rapidly towards the northeast, and that will accelerate the system out of here tomorrow morning. So it looks as though we may be dropping these warnings either late tonight or tomorrow morning. Outside of our studios, we still have some cloudy skies and the temperature about 82 degrees. And as you can see, no impact here in the capital. And this is about all we would get for it, save for 1 or 2 passing showers later on tonight. Christopher?
All right, Baz, I want to talk a little bit about how the protocols were followed. We started to talk a little bit about it earlier. You said that once a system develops, there's a core that gets together that decides what's going to happen. Run through that for us a little bit.
Well, once a tropical cyclone posed a threat to the Bahamas, a pool of hurricane forecasters drawn from the senior meteorologists on staff, and they marshaled the country through the stormy wind. This again was done in this particular storm, as we do in any other storm system. And the reason for this, or the main reason for it, is to allow our forecasters to continue to provide the necessary products that we are mandated by ICAO to carry out for the aviation industry, which is that critical industry that drives our tourism sector.
All right, Baz, thanks a lot for that. We will continue to follow that throughout the night. Also, we can tell you now that schools in Cat Island, San Salvador, and Eleuthera were closed today. All of this as that tropical storm Kate traveled through the central Bahamas. The Ministry of Education and their officials say they are taking proactive measures to ensure that students, teachers, and all school staff are safe during this time.
Meantime, travel from north to south Eleuthera also hampered today as the glass window bridge closed at noon. Island Administrator Jalton Johnson reported rain and windy conditions. He said the closure of the bridge and ferry travel from Harbor Island come at a busy time as construction is booming on the island.